Y'all ready for President Vance? I feel like I've got some insider insight that they're about to remove Trump and we're going to get President Vance instead. Let me explain. I was watching the damage report, which I'm pretty sure is TYT, one of the most fascist, the Trumpiest of the supposedly leftist, presenting as leftist but actually fascist news organizations. They're talking about J.D. Vance meeting with the Murdochs, meeting with Rupert and Lachlan Murdoch for a number of hours last Tuesday, but failing to mention that Trump has now sued Rupert Murdoch for $10 billion for publishing the Epstein card, or talking about the Epstein card, something like that, the birthday card that he wrote to Epstein. Now, the way they presented this, when you have these supposedly leftist media types that are actually working for the fascists, the way they present it is important because they're edging the leftists. They're not going to let you come to the obvious complete conclusion. They're going to present you with some fake sidetrack distraction methods, and that's exactly what the damage report guy did. He's talking about three possibilities for why Vance would meet with the Murdochs. One was to plant the card to make like a fake rift between the two. Two was to try to suppress them publishing the card. Or three was just, typical collusion between the media and the government in fascism. Now, it's possibly not that, but he just failed to mention. He's like, which of these three do you think it is? He failed to mention what I think is the very most obvious thing, and it hinges on one important detail. Is Vance doing this with Trump's knowledge, or is Vance doing this behind Trump's back? And I think you can tell what the difference is. If Vance is doing this behind Trump's back, if Vance is meeting with Murdoch and Lachlan behind Trump's back, maybe the card thing is a plant, but it's a plant to get rid of Trump. It's a plant to give them the tool to remove Trump from power, or to set off the chain of events to remove Trump from power so Vance can be the vice president. I don't know how anyone could think of become the president, go from being the vice president to the president when they remove Trump. I don't know how anyone could fail to consider this option. I guess you could say, Vance has zero spine. He did call Trump America's Hitler. It just turned out that was an endorsement instead of a criticism at the time. But Vance is ready to be the next one. And if Putin and Murdoch and Vance are pulling the strings to make that happen, by Trump, which is an improvement. I mean, it's better to be rid of Trump. That's true. But it looks like they're about to throw Trump overboard and about to bring Vance in, which they can easily do. It's really easy to remove Trump under the 25th Amendment. You just need 51 votes, or 51% of the Congress to vote that he's unfit. You don't need an impeachment trial. You just need to vote that he's unfit. He could be removed tomorrow, and we have President Vance. And to me, this is the reason why the Murdochs and their media empire are meeting with Vance to schedule the removal of Trump and the replacement of Trump with Vance. And the only detail that matters is, did Trump know about Vance meeting them, or did Vance do it behind his back? If Vance did it behind his back, then Trump's gone. Like, that's it. If Trump instructed him to do it, then yeah, maybe there's another meaning behind it. Maybe it's all just a trick or a trap, or them working together, like Elon Musk pretending he was against Putin by writing broomsticks on his rockets when Putin said, how's he going to get to space with broomsticks? And so he wrote broomsticks on his rocket, and YouTube showed me 24/7 live feeds about that to say that it was safe for Elon Musk to buy Twitter. Like, they do collude like this. It is all orchestrated. But the important point is, was Trump in on this orchestration, or was Trump left out of this orchestration? It seems like even the damage report could get that information or report on that, or at least acknowledge that the $10 billion lawsuit came a few days later, because the meeting was on Tuesday. The damage report video was from maybe yesterday, Saturday or Friday. So he knew about the lawsuit, but he just doesn't want to mention it because the obvious conclusion is they're about to get rid of Trump. So good job on that. But now we got to deal with Vance and someone who's not completely going demented initiating Trump's, Putin and Murdoch's orders. So let's fight him anyway. But good riddance to Trump. Bad rubbish.